What I wanted to talk about was the idea of trading SPY versus XSP. So we go over to TradingView here. When we were talking about structuring trades in our note this morning, we recommended that people go to use the XSP, which is the S&P E-minis. So in blue is the spiders, and then in orange is the S&P mini index. So dividends are getting paid on Friday if you own the spiders, and that also skews options prices, right? Because options that expire after the ex-dividend date have to account for that event, right, and for that price. So if you're trying to structure a trade using spiders, you may be aware of this, in which case you have to adjust your trade for that dividend release, or there's some kind of adjustment that you have to make. And if you're certainly trying to compare Thursday's options versus Friday options, that's going to mess you up, and maybe you think that you're unlocking some value there, but really what you're ending up with is a couple of headaches regarding dividend options prices. In terms of the XSPs, rather than to trade the S&P big contracts, you could trade the XSP, and we don't get paid from the CBOE for this, but when you trade the XSP, you could trade from 2 a.m. on, which you can't do in the spiders. You get 60-40 tax treatment, even if you hold it for a day, which I think is a major advantage. It's cash settled, so you don't have to worry about getting your position called. And if your spider goes through that strike, you don't have to worry again about getting it called away. So it's a nice way to sort of hedge and not have to worry about the tax implications of maybe having a long-term spider position, say, pulled away from you. So you have that, and then there's no dividend paid in the S&P 500 index options or index underlying, obviously, so there's nothing to worry about there in terms of the dividend adjustments. So there's a bunch of really big advantages there, and still spiders has most of the volume, which is really surprising. So that's kind of a PSA. We put something about that on Twitter this morning.